We've been gone for a while. A long while. The algorithm probably thinks we're dead. Honestly, sometimes it felt like we were. But we're back. No more fluff, no more filler, just the high-octane weird stuff that makes gaming actually interesting. To kick off this new era of the channel, we're looking at the bottom of the barrel. The games that shouldn't exist, but somehow do. First up, Walkmaster. Most games give you a sprint button. This game gives you 2 wooden sticks and a prayer. Imagine trying to walk to the grocery store, but instead of legs, you have wobbly stilts and the physics engine of a nightmare. It's a platformer where your biggest enemy isn't a boss, it's gravity. There is a specific kind of madness required to develop a game about flipping breakfast meat onto the Mona Lisa. It's physics-based, it's sleek, and it is utterly pointless. Why am I putting bacon on Abraham Lincoln? I don't know, but I've been doing it for 3 hours, and I can't stop. Send help. Bacon, the game, is a physics-based puzzler where your only goal is to flip a slice of bacon onto, well, everything. We need to talk about Alpaca Evolution. It starts off like a cute Japanese clicker game. You're an alpaca in a sunny meadow. You knock out another alpaca, absorb it, and gain experience. But then, it mutates. Your alpaca grows a human-like arm. Then it grows 5 heads. Then it starts walking upright like a fever dream from a cosmic horror novel. By the final stages, you aren't even playing a game about animals anymore. You are a sprawling mass of flesh and eyes that has ascended to godhood. It is a profound, deeply unsettling commentary on evolution. Or it's just the weirdest thing on the App Store. I'm betting on both. Don't let the 16-bit aesthetic fool you. DERE Evil EXE is a meta-horror masterpiece that hates you. It presents itself as a difficult platformer, but the game is sentient. The narrator talks to you. He warns you. He lies to you. The game features glitches that are actually part of a dark narrative involving a lost soul trapped in the code. At one point, the game mocks the very idea of a player having control. It subverts every trope. The coins are traps, the checkpoints are lies, and the jumps are pixel-perfect nightmares. If you want a game that plays you as much as you play it, this is the winner. If you've ever scrolled through Twitter and seen those bizarre medieval drawings of rabbits decapitating knights, you've seen Marginalia. This game takes that 14th century fever dream and turns it into a rhythm RPG. You play as a hero fighting through actual illustrations found in the margins of ancient manuscripts. You're parrying attacks from snails with human heads and birds wearing hats, all timed to a surprisingly catchy, loot-heavy soundtrack. It's a brilliant blend of art history and Twitch reflex gameplay. It's educational in the weirdest way possible, teaching you that medieval monks were clearly hallucinating when they doodled in their Bibles. This is the walking simulator, for people who find regular walking too high stress. In Steppy Pants, you control a character with legs that seem to be made of wet noodles. The rule is simple: don't step on the cracks in the sidewalk. That's it. But between the awkward stride of the character and the unpredictable length of the pavement slabs, it becomes a high-stakes game of the floor is lava. One tiny overextension, and your character does a full split, explodes into pixels, or gets hit by a speeding bus. It captures that childhood anxiety of stepping on a crack and breaking your mother's back, but turns it into a comedic tragedy. Imagine if Dragon Ball Z and Looney Tunes had a baby, and that baby was raised on nothing but sugar and heavy metal. That is Fly Punch Boom. This isn't a technical fighter like Street Fighter. It's a game about impact. You punch your opponent so hard they fly through a skyscraper, bounce off the moon, and get eaten by a giant space worm. The screen is constantly exploding with kabooms and vibrant colors. It's chaotic, it's loud, and it's the most over-the-top fighting game ever made. It's the literal definition of sensory overload. Clearly, I have a vendetta against functional legs, because number 3 is KORi Walk. This is a physics game where you move by tilting your device and manually dragging the character's feet. It looks like a toddler trying to walk on ice for the first time. The character has zero bone structure. You have to navigate narrow beams and stairs, and watching the character's legs tie themselves into literal knots is both hilarious and physically painful to watch. It's a game about the struggle of movement, and it makes you realize that being a human with actual motor skills is a god-tier superpower. Rooms of Doom is what happens when a mad scientist gets bored. You play as minions, hybrid creatures like a bumblebear or a turbo snail, running through a gauntlet of lethal microgames. One room has you dodging giant hammers. The next has you flying a jetpack through a narrow tunnel. The next has you jumping over electrified water. As soon as you get used to the rhythm, the game switches the room and the character. It's a relentless, high-speed test of adaptability. It's frantic, it's colorful, and it's the ultimate just one more try game that will keep you up until 3 a.m. And finally, the pinnacle of the bizarre, Rusty Lake Hotel. This isn't just a weird game. It's a gateway into a surreal, macabre universe. You are the staff at a secluded hotel. 5 guests arrive: Mr. Deer, Miss Pheasant, Mr. Rabbit, Mrs. Pigeon, and Mr. Boar. You have to prepare 5 dinners for them. But here's the catch. The ingredients for the dinners come from the guests themselves. It's a puzzle game filled with Lynchian atmosphere, unsettling imagery, and a dark sense of humor. It's creepy, it's atmospheric, and it's unlike anything else in the gaming world. It is the definition of a must-play weird game. We're back, and we're staying. The dead era of this channel ends today. If you want more deep dives into the strange, the broken, and the beautiful parts of gaming, you know what to do. I'm glad to be back. Let's build something different. See you in the next one.